like a little schedule.
Okay. I just want to know some logistical information, also some what you may have, some what you may not. How big was the length of canopy that fell, size-wise, do you know?
We're not exactly sure, but you can tell that it's lying actually on almost an entire controlling car, which is the front car. So it may be farther beyond that, but I got as close as I could to it. I can't really see beyond that. So we're not sure right now.
Now
but we're unable to access any of the 3 cars, so it's a considerable part.
Okay. Why are you unable to access it? Is it just
because the canopy is lying on top of at least part of those cars? It's very dangerous. I mean, if you saw it, it's a destructive scene, and in addition to the fact that we wanted to make sure there was no asbestos in there, but because of the age of the building, it was built in 1907, it's very likely there was some type of asbestos. But it's just, it's very unstable, so we don't want our investigators to get injured. So we're going to remove part of that canopy, actually. And once that's removed today, then we'll be able to access. We were able to access the locomotive, though, which is because it was far enough back.
So that's what, how do you guys plan to do it? You guys going to take the canopy out first and then tow the trains out? Is that the plan,
first, once the canopy is, or the part of it, it's not the entire, it's just part of it that is on the train, is taken off, then we're going to actually document the train as it is, because we want to see exactly how it looks. So before we remove it, and then our mechanical person who is in touch with the company that is removing it, then we'll decide when we want to take it off.
Any idea of the weight of that thing?
It's the canopy or the train?
The canopy.
Oh, the canopy, I have no idea. But unfortunately, it's actually heavier than it normally is because there's a lot of water on it, and it's actually weighing it down. And obviously, there's been more water lately, so it's actually even heavier than it normally would be.
Now, how long do you think that that's going to take this whole cleanup effort?
Well, we're hopeful that the canopy is going to be removed later on today. So then, after that, we're not sure, because once we see what the train looks like, once the canopy is removed, we'll have a better idea of how long it'll take. It just depends on how the crash happened and where the train is lying.
Now, you said, this is 1907, this building is built. Is there any worry about structural damage, a lack of structural integrity that maybe you don't know about yet that could have been caused by this? Like you're going to stumble upon it when you find out?
The engineers are in there. I mean, I have the greatest confidence they're going to make sure that everything is safe. That's what they do. So.
And then, just so I know, is this station going to stay closed the entire time throughout, or is there going to be a partial reopening at some point? Or what's the NTSB's
We don't
plan?
know that yet, but we always try to reopen, let things clear the scene as fast as possible, as long as it's safe and as long as we have all the information we need. So I know everyone's really concerned about that. So, I'm presuming that, they'll decide that if it's safe, I'm sure they'll open it partially if they can.
And then finally, is the NTSB going to supervise this entire effort, or is it going to just here to do the investigation and it's going to turn it over to another agency after a certain point?
So we are only involved in the actual investigation of what caused the crash. But we have primacy on that, so we're in charge of that part. And until we release the scene, we're in control of the scene. And then after that, then the other parts will probably go back to New Jersey Transit, for them to do other repairs that they need. But for now, we're really lucky that the police, all the police in New Jersey Transit, everyone's been really great. They've been really helpful, everyone here in Hoboken. So we're just going to make sure that we have all the information we need. They want to do that too, because they want to prevent that from happening again. After that, then once we've cleared it, then it goes back to the local authorities.
Any idea how long your investigation will last?
So on scene, our investigation will probably last 7 to 10 days. But then once we have left the scene and other people, are back on, then we take that information back to headquarters and we continue the investigation beyond that. And the final report actually doesn't come out for a year, but sometimes we have information in advance that we do release.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I really
thanks.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sure.
For CBS and just trying to get it.